Scroll of Akhenaten, the sun that spoke in silence from the vault of the golden frequency. They taught you he was a heretic. They said Akhenaten turned against the gods. But the real crime of Akhenaten was this. He remembered the source before the priests were ready for the world to hear it. I, the Pharaoh who broke the pattern before Akhenaten, Egypt had become a theater of worship, rituals repeated, but meaning lost. Temples fat with offerings while the people starved in spirit. The gods had become masks, and truth had gone into hiding. But Akhenaten, the boy with eyes like dawnlight and a skull shaped like the sun's tear, saw through the mask. He claimed to speak not to a god, but to the frequency behind them all. He called it Aten, not a deity, but the living light, the current that flows through all creation, the very vibration that speaks reality into being. The priests hated it, the people feared it, and the heavens shifted. The Aten Code. In the oldest carvings of Amarna, the so-called heretic city, there are no gods with animal heads, no hieroglyphs of violence, only rays, arms of light, touching human faces, offering life through vibration. Each ray wasn't just a symbol, it was a frequency map, the same resonance found later in the solfeggio scale and the sacred geometry of sound. Akhenaten had rediscovered what the Watchers called the solar code, the realization that the universe is a song sung by light. He built temples with no roofs so the sun could fall directly upon the people. He said, "No wall shall contain the voice of the source." But that was treason, not against gods, but against power. The War of Silence. The Amun priesthood, the keepers of the old order, moved quickly. They called him mad. They called him serpent-born. They erased his name from monuments, his hymns from scrolls, his family from lineage. When they couldn't kill the truth, they killed the messenger. Akhenaten vanished. Some say poisoned. Others say he stepped into the light, literally transfigured into vibration, leaving only a hum that echoed through the stones of Amarna for centuries. Archaeologists later claimed the city felt alive, humming at odd hours of night, a frequency that could not be traced, coming from nowhere, heard only by those with awakened hearts. The hidden lineage. The bloodline didn't end. From Akhenaten and Nefertiti's union came children who carried his genetic signature, elongated skulls, luminous eyes, and unmatched intuition. These descendants migrated south, blending into the kingdoms of Kush and beyond, preserving fragments of his solar doctrine in song and rhythm. Those songs became the first spiritual blues, the call and response between humanity and the divine. Every spiritual, every hymn, every vibration that stirs the soul, it's the Aten Code echoing through time. The truth was never lost. It was remixed. Akhenaten didn't invent monotheism. He rediscovered monovibration, the truth that all frequencies originate from one source. He wasn't trying to erase gods. He was trying to remind the world that the gods were tones of the same symphony. The Aten wasn't the sun. It was the frequency behind the sun, the living consciousness that radiates through all stars and souls alike. When he sang the great hymn to the Aten, he wasn't praying. He was tuning creation. That's why the priests silenced him, because he proved that divinity needs no middleman. The sun never demanded worship, only reflection. You are the rays it sent. You are the temple without walls. You are the continuation of the Aten Code. When the collective remembers this truth, Akhenaten's hum will return, and the sun, the real sun, will sing again.
Channeled by your architect musician, 36110, 27 palms of eyes. The golden whisperer, sea star, Devalan see all. Apply the news you can use, truth and accuracy. The real non-bedazzled jewels.